people can't believe the price per square foot that they're able to get for a lakefront home. And you mean I get my own dock down there? This is freaking sweet.
We used to say that the Lake of the Ozarks was the country's greatest kept secret. Now the secret is out.
We rule the world! Woo!
Look at that. You're taking a look at a sneak peek at HGTV's newest real estate show, Lakefront Empire. We are so excited and happy to welcome two of the stars of the new show from Lake of the Ozarks, brothers and real estate agents Jonas and Justin Farrell. Good morning. Great to see you.
Good morning.
We are so excited. First of all, any show that can highlight, a national show that can highlight Missouri, the beauty of Missouri, real estate, and everything we have to offer, we're all on board. So tell us how you got involved with the show and what you expect from this season.
Go ahead, Jonas.
Well, so we were approached by a production company, Hit and Run, about, they're casting for this show at Lake of the Ozarks for HGTV. And, we did some online phone interviews, Zoom meetings, and then they came down and filmed a little sizzle reel for us. And of course, Justin and I were sitting there thinking, man, there's no way that they're going to be interested in us two, just normal, guys from Lake of the Ozarks. But they offered us a position on the show, and we jumped at it. It was really exciting. And, Peggy, was one of the main other realtors on the show. She was integral in getting this thing going and recommended us as someone to talk to. And we're forever thankful to her for recommending us.
Are you both born and raised Lake of the Ozarks, or did you have family, vacations there in the summer, or how did you get involved with Lake of the Ozarks?
I actually tell everybody that Jonas and I are the only true locals that you'll ever meet at the Lake of the Ozarks, because we were born at the hospital down here. So we've been here our entire lives, other than our little sabbatical we took to go to college.
Wow.
That's awesome. They
That's
really know
impressive.
the land.
Yeah. So speaking of, could you tell us how long you've been in real estate and the differences? We were talking earlier this week about our lake closer to us in Springfield, Table Rock Lake, versus Lake of the Ozarks, and the different features that might attract people to different areas of the lake.
Sure. So I've been in real estate for going on 25 years now. I grew up just knowing I wanted to go into the family business. Dad started the company, and it was so easy to make the decision rather than stress about what I wanted to do with myself. It's like, family business, let's do that. Plus, I love the Lake of the Ozarks. It's my home. It's where I'm comfortable. So got into real estate right out of high school. Did do it part-time while I was in college, which it took me 7 years to get a 4-year degree. Graduated from SMS. It was SMS.
Hey, at least he got the degree.
There you go.
So I've been doing it for 25 years and loving every minute of it. So Justin, you got in what, 17 years ago?
Yeah, I got in 17 years ago. I got in 2007 when the market was getting, really good, AKA the Great Recession. And I tell everybody I had to claw, kick, scratch, and beg for every single deal I could get just to make things work. There was a lot of hamburger helper without the hamburger those first few years. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but it was the greatest thing I've ever done with my life. The people we get to work with and everything else. So, and you had asked about the differences between the two lakes. So, your guys' lake, or your guys' because you guys are closer to Table Rock. Table Rock Lake is a core lake. So you guys, from what we understand, and just so we're clear, Jonas and I don't sell real estate anywhere other than the Lake of the Ozarks. So we're hyper-focused on the lake. We don't go anywhere outside of that. So we're kind of ignorant when it comes to Table Rock with all the intricacies. But what we understand is you're a core lake. So they don't give out new permits for new docks and stuff like that. You really have to buy a property that already has an existing permit for a dock. Whereas we, if there's lakefront and you can get it approved, which is not really a hard process, Ameren wants every single person down here to have the opportunity to enjoy the Lake of the Ozarks, which Ameren Missouri, the utility company, they own the lake all the way up to the 662 contour line. So they want everybody in the entire country that wants to enjoy this lake and boat on it and swim in it and fish in it. You have that right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I remember one of my earliest family vacations was to the Lake of the Ozarks. We got the jet skis and all that. That was back in like 90s. So what would you say from the 90s to now is the biggest transformation or the biggest change the Lake of the Ozarks has seen?
Wow, there's been so many transformations and changes that we've seen over the years. I mean, Justin and I grew up, when we were, coming out of high school, get into our young adulthood, where the nightclub scene was huge, Lake of the Ozarks. I mean, you had Shooters 21, Topsider, Justin's old, days of DJing, and he spent a lot of time working those, businesses and stuff. Plus, just the overall growth of Lake of the Ozarks. I mean, it used to be when I first got into real estate back in '99, that was right about the end of when you wanted to be on the main channel. That's where you got your best views. You could see the boats going up and down the water and everything. But as the lake grew, it just naturally more and more boats, the lake gets, rougher. So that's about when I started seeing the change where people were less interested in being on the main channel, unless all you wanted was the view and didn't care about the dock. And now more so about wanting to get back into a nice cove somewhere to where you can have calmer waters, walk down on your dock on a Saturday afternoon, be able to swim, fish, paddleboard, or whatever, and not have to worry about, rough waters coming in and out.
Right. So hey, Justin, before we run out of time, can you just quickly talk about the real estate market at Lake of the Ozarks, and if you have to be a millionaire to own a lakefront property? That's a good question.
No, actually, you don't. We have several different options for people that range anywhere from $300,000. Well, actually, we started around $150,000. You can get a condo with a boat slip at the Lake of the Ozarks to enjoy. And there's not a lot of places with a whole lot of restrictions against VRBOs. So if you want to help offset the cost and rent it out, there's a lot of opportunities for that. But we could start up at $150,000, and you can go all the way up to, $10-12 million if that's what you're truly seeking. So there's a plethora of different options, for everybody. Boat slip sizes, community docks. If you don't want to have to maintain it on your own or pay somebody to do that, you can have your own private house. It's just the possibilities are endless here.
Well, we love you both, and
Yes.
if Maddie and I are ever up there, we're going to look you up. We want a tour of the lake from the experts,
Please.
from you guys.
Please.
Okay?
Absolutely.
We wish you the best of luck on the show, and we hope you get great response from it. You can catch this starting this Monday night, March 11th at 9 p.m. Central Time on HGTV.